Okay, listen, pay attention, Akebulan. Pay attention, my people. You see, this morning, I got a call from a colleague of mine back then in school, back then in the university. He called me and said, Tankraya, I see what you teach us on social media. I see how you teach history and make history simple for us. Tankraya, that is phenomenal. Tankraya, that is excellent. But Tankraya, tell me, where did you learn these things from? Because you and I were in the same class, and these things we know was never taught. Tankraya, where do you learn these things from? What I told my friend is what I'm about to tell you this morning. Listen, you see, the problem is that most people that you think were educated were not educated. They were trained. And there's a difference between being educated and being trained. Education teaches you to think. Training teaches you to obey instructions. That is why many educated people today can solve examination questions, but they cannot solve real life problems. They memorize dates, they memorize definition, they memorize theories, but no one taught them money. No one taught them negotiation. No one taught them how the system controls the people. So what happened to them is this: they graduate from school, life starts confusing them because they believe that education would prepare them for the world. But the kind of education they got is not the kind of education that prepares you for the world. What they got was training. Training does not prepare you for the world. Training prepares you for employment. And don't get it twisted, employment is not bad, but it is dangerous when it is the only thing you know how to do. An educated mind can survive without a job, but a trained mind cannot survive without a job, because that is the only thing that that mind was trained to do, to obey instruction, to get employment, and not to survive without it. That is the system. School curriculum is very important, but your true education begins when you start learning outside school curriculum. That is when your true education begins. And that's why I give you free books to read and to learn for yourself. As Nigerians, we always say, my Nigerian audience, they will always say, Tankraya, wisdom na water. Africa, Akebulan, wisdom is the principal thing.